We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
No, it's not. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Vidar. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, it's finally here. Yes, the one video I have been teasing for a while because I wanted to do it right. I wanted to do it from launch and go right through. As you can see, it's tier 9. That's what I wanted to do, go straight through the whole tiers. But unfortunately, because I went G4, G3 materials is now a bit of an issue to acquire for me, and that's what this thing needs. So, but yes, this is the Vidar. Now, just quickly as we get up, before we get onto recording, as you can see, my toolbar at top, what a plonk. Yes, let me get rid of that. There we go. New streaming software, Prism. Now, this has been out for a while. I have tried it before on my previous phone, and it did not work very well. It's working brilliantly. Did well on the live stream, so now I'm actually going to use it to record videos. I'm going to see how it does. But anyway, if this works well, it'll be brilliant. But it's still no replacement for OBS on a computer. But anyway, the Vidar. As you can see, it's a tier 9 ship, originally built by the Romulans. Yes, to fight the Borg. And as the intro said, it is a Borg killer and a loot hunter. Yes, this is also what we love to use to go and get our loot from players. Yes, an OPC hunter. But we will get into that, and obviously, as normal, we're going to start here in STFC.space. Well, as it's become the actual norm now. So let's have a look a little bit down there at the cybernetic augmentation, and that is the ship's ability. So when the Vidar it goes up against the Borg hostiles, it increases the damage by 24,000%, and that is just out the gates. Yeah, out the gates. And like I said, this is a tier 9 vessel. So, and it tops out at 35,000. Now, yes, I have got one at either end of the spectrum. I've got my maxed out level 45 Vidar, all crewed up and ready for you to view. I think it's not actually fully properly crewed, but we'll get that sorted in editing. But I also have a level 1 Vidar as well. So just to show you both ends of the spectrums and the actual strengths. So, but anyway, that's the ability. And what does it require? Well, it requires 100 blueprints to build. Now, you can acquire this through your Cosmic Cleanup store. Also, this became available to us when they originally launched the Borg, which was the first time that they actually did battle passes. And is also responsible for half the crap in our inventories, for those veterans of us. So, but the one thing is as well, with this video, I am going to show you some crew loadouts, which I'm hoping is going to actually cover the whole spectrum from the low levels up to the high levels as well. But obviously, the high levels will know how to crew it properly. So, but anyway, it's going to cost you 700,000 tritanium to build and 20,000 dilithium. And it's going to take you 10 days to build, depending on your research, of course. Now, what does it require? Well, it's simple. Requires shipyard 25, and that is where you're going to get it. So straight in, no problems. Now, as you can see, it is a tier 9 vessel, and these are your total costs. Yeah, that's not too bad, to be honest. 229 million tritanium, 7.6 million dilithium, interceptor parts, gas 727. And crystal 3,134. And I think it's the crystal that's causing me the problems. So, but we'll have a look at that in game. But anyway, as well, and it's also going to require a new currency, well, the currency it came with, of charged nanoprobes. Obviously, we will explain charged nanoprobes when we look at the refinery. Yes, because there's also a refinery. This is not just a one-trick pony ship. No, it's not sent to just kill the Borg. But like I said, it's So it's Borg hunting, OPC, it's got a refinery. What more can you ask for? It is an interceptor as well. I forgot to mention that up from up there. But anyway, so total tier up time is 59 days, and repair cost is total repair cost for a tier 9 vessel is 422,000. Again, titanium, but again, depending on research. Now, we're not going to look at all. There's a quick look at the stats, but we can have a look at the combat stats in game. So, what we're going to do is scroll down, and this is the one thing I'm going to look quickly stop on. This is your cargo bay for a tier 9 Vidar, 274,441,500 protected. So, yeah, nice, decent sized cargo bay, and trust me, it does make a difference. But again, it goes on research as well. If you've got if Treasury, the researching the galaxy tree and that, it is going to boost your cargo hold massively. Mine stands at 466,000, and that's with no cargo enhancing officers. I can push it up to 846 loaded out correctly with all the officers. So it is got one hell of a cargo bay, and that's what makes it a brilliant OPC hunter. If I've got the opportunity to do some OPC hunting, I will add it in as well. And as well, also it tops out at range 41. So just to bear that in mind, it cannot enter deep space or get to the high level G3 systems unless you actually summon it there with the discovery. So just bear that in mind. Now, its firing pattern, as you can see, 3 different weapons. It's got one energy weapon which will fire every other round, and then you've got a torpedo which misses the first round and then just continues to shoot. So it's continuously firing torpedoes. Now, we all know the Borg, they love their torpedoes. I mean, look what they did against Species 8472. When the Borg cube was going alongside Voyager, it was constantly spinning, firing torpedoes at a bioship to little effect. But anyway, also, big gun is rail gun. Yes, it's kinetic, and it fires once every 3 rounds. So two cooldown rounds or charging rounds, and then it fires off. And that is its big gun. And it's not a bad gun, to be perfectly honest with you. So can't be scrapped yet. Crew slots as normal, up to 7, so you can get a full whack and load out your ships pretty good. Now this thing tops out at 350%. So when it comes to doing your stats stacking, which we will talk about in the crew section, 350% is where you're going to max. So that's where you'll need it. Refits comes with a skin which gives you a 50% boost to nanoprobes from killing the Borg. So obviously, yeah, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, though, I will just say that there is a certain crew loadout that now sort of like just throws that out the window. This helps you fill your cargo bay. Now you've got a crew loadout that does it better. Yeah. Tables, to be perfectly honest with you, right, there's not much you can say really about the tables. And yeah, and there you go. So that's it. So what we're going to do now is in editing, we're going to chop to change to the game. Yep. So off we go. Okay, here we are back in game. Now, perfect thing for Prism as well is the fact that my green screen is actually being recorded on the same screen. I've actually got this. So which means when it comes to editing, it's going to be a lot easier for me to chop and change, which means everything that's just gone between STFC.space and now is chopped. Excellent. But anyway, as you can see down there on docks A and E, I have 2 Vidars. Now, as you can see, one has a green arrow. That's my baby. Yes, that is the newest Vidar. On dock A is the old granny. Yes, I've had her since we could get her, really. If I remember correctly, I don't think she was originally locked behind a paywall. But when she was released to, I think she was released to everybody. But yeah, she is a fine ship. Now, what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to look at the weapon stats. So if we go on our baby, and please bear in mind, again, this also goes on research as well. So, details, attack. Now you can see my officer bonus at the minute. Don't worry too much about that. We'll go into that in crewing. But looking at the damage per round is 106,000. So that's what she's going to be putting out every single round. And as you can see, armor piercing, being an interceptor, she does go against battleships. And in just a minute, we are going to show you why she goes against battleships. 12% chance of critical, and damage will be 210% its damage. So that's going to be a significant boost as well. But like I said, she is an interceptor. And as you can see by the information there, goes again, has to watch out for explorers, is better against battleships. So that is very important. Hull plate, its armor is obviously pretty low for as normal for a interceptor. Shield deflection again is also low, but it's very, very maneuverable, and this thing is fast as well. So health and shields, yeah, there you go. But what you're actually looking for with this ship is down in the utility section. And it's not its cargo size, because you can see 22.5 thousand. But you're actually looking further up it on the impulse speed, 134. That makes this thing a fast little beast. So it's quick at getting in, getting out. And if you load it out as well, again, with the correct crew, you can make that even faster. So now, how does that shape up with my tier 9? Not changed, but this is maxed. This is a maxed out Vidar, and there you go. Significantly high numbers. But let's look at its damage per round: 343,000. So that's like 3.5 times stronger. Near enough. Well, nearly. But its critical damage and critical chance still remain the same. Shield piercing and accuracy again still bog crap, but its armor piercing is still pretty good at 89,000. So that's the difference between a tier 1 and a tier 9. Now, where do we normally take this vessel? Well, there's only one place to actually go, and that's to the systems. Now, they are spread all over the auction. I will just say that to you. So, but, oh, hello. Ignore those blue bits there. Right, so what we start is here. Now, I'm going to use a central system because that's the easiest place, a staging point. But the systems surrounding it are also where the Borg probes actually are. And as you can see, these are level 25. So what we will do is we'll get into one of the systems. And here we go. So, yeah, let's compare the stats, shall we? So, this is a level 25 hostile. As you can see, its health is 1 million. Wow. Defense is 50,000 and attack is 250,000. Now, obviously, that is quite clearly stronger than my Vidar. And as you can see by the red line at the top saying very hard. But I guarantee you, I can send my Vidar in against this probe and I'm going to flatten it. And that's because of my ship's boost, the cybernetic augmentation. Boosting my damage by 24,000 points. So what damage am I kicking out against this thing? 106,000? 24,000 times? Yeah, you can tell that 1 million health is not going to last very long. So, yeah. So, oh, somebody's gone and popped it. No, that's bound to happen. Either that or it just disappeared. I don't know. But anyway, so that's the low level. And then obviously you've got some levels, some systems here. Those blue ones are, I think they're material-based systems, but what tokens do they need? Oh yeah, they're from the Ferengi one. Yeah, so, and then obviously if you go a bit further up, you've got some Borg systems here, the level 28s, and then you go down here where you've got your 31, 32 and 33. Now these were the original top level systems. So, oh, sorry, I forgot, there's 30 there as well, isn't there? So, but these were the original level 3 top level systems. But obviously after a constant pushing at Scopely, we did get more systems activated, more systems put in. And for some peculiar reason, they added them into Romulyan territory. Yeah, but luckily there's no Romulans there to actually stop you. So when you do finally be able to reach these systems, you can get in, not a problem. Now, how do we get this? Well, what we do is we go into the gift section, and here we go, not got a button to press, but as you can see, maximum capacity reached, cannot collect more transwarp cells. That is what we're going to need to get to the Borg systems. Now, you'll get 2 per day. Keep pulling. You can hold a maximum of 8. Obviously, if you use one, you can pop it up to 9, because once you reach 8, obviously that locks and it'll start giving you inert nanoprobes, which is the loot dropped by the Borg probes. So when you drop down to 7, that unlocks again to give you another 2, which can take you up to 9. So yeah, maximum limit is 8, but you can push it to 9. So there is that. Now these things are pretty strong, these level 33s. I can guarantee you that even with its augmentation, there is no way in hell my level 1 Vidar can take that on. But I'll tell you what, my tier 9 can. It's still reading very hard, and somebody's gone and popped it. So, but yeah. So let's just have a quick look at the information there. I'm popping 35,000 on top of a 343,000. So that is a pretty impressive ship. Now, like I said, there is more to this ship as well, other than just going to kill Borg probes. So what we'll do is now we're going to jump into the refinery. Yes, the good old refinery. And if you look below me, there's one that's called Borg Tech. Now, unfortunately, I have got these claimed. I've got to wait 12 hours. Well, there you go. There's the times at the time of recording. And as you can see as well, they say Vidar tier 9. So these are based on your tiers. So you're going to go out, you're going to smack your Borg probes, and you're going to get the inert nanoprobes, which is the red ones. And then you're going to bring them here to the refinery, where you got the chance to convert them into either charged nanoprobes or active nanoprobes. Now, the difference between the two, charged nanoprobes, that's what you need for the rest of this refinery, and also to upgrade your Vidar. You're going to need 1.2 million charged nanoprobes, and as you can see across the top bar, I've got 1.3. And that is part of the reason why I was waiting to do the Vidar, because I wanted to have enough in total to actually do it. Like I said, sadly, materials have let me down. Now, active nanoprobes, that's the next one. That is what you're going to need to do your Borg officers. And again, we'll touch on them again in just a moment. So, what other little goodies do we actually get? Well, charged nanoprobes you spend on independent credits. Now, there is a research that you can do to improve that, and that is in the OUTLAW tree. Stupid enough, it's in the OUTLAW tree. But yeah, the better level in the OUTLAW tree you get, we will look at it in just a second, the better that is. There is also another research which doubles it. Yeah, there is another research that doubles it, but it is a prime. Yes, so it's a paywalled one, unless you are a higher level, which I could do if I had the materials. G4 materials. Also, for tier 9 Vidar as well, I'm getting an antique refinery. Again, I've got 9 hours until I can do that, so yeah. But you're going to get one of those lucrative warp nacelles that's going to get you into the better systems for mining, and you're also going to get another warp token. You can also get another warp token, which will get you into specialized latinum systems. But there's also transwarp cells in there, and I guarantee you, it's all RNG. You've got resource tokens as well. What else you got in there? I think that's it. Resource tokens, and then the transwarp cells, all RNG based. There's no fix what you're actually going to get, but I guarantee you, dollars to donuts, 80% of the time you're going to get a transwarp cell. So now, where are you going to get the tokens for the? Because that does, the anti-refining does require a token. Well, you see that little bug in there. There's a Borgified one flying around the Borg systems with its little survey symbol on the end of its name. it's a simulated Devore or some simulated Borg ship or something like that. A simulated Ferengi ship or something. I can't remember what its name actually is, but it flies around. They appear every now and again. I think the ratio is roughly around an hour. But yeah, when they pop up, if you pop it, one, you're going to get a higher payout in inert nanoprobes, but you're also going to get a special key, which is also what you can see on the top bar with number 1. I'll tell you, I'll just select it. There you go, the Latinum Antique. It's a special key that you're going to bring to the Antique Refinery, and where you're going to get some extra goodies, extra transwarp cell. So, but anyway. So that's them. Now, onto the further goodies, you also got the chance for faction credits. Now, it's the same as the independent credits, but this is different. Now, they're all going to cost the same. So we can look at choose that. As you see down the bottom there, 8,000 charged nanoprobes. And for me, I get 300 faction credits. So yes, this will spread across all 3 factions. It's just a boost. That's it. It's just a little boost. But, however, the charged nanoprobes, you've got 2 options, 2 chests to pick. You've got a 15,000 charged nanoprobes. The chest actually only pull, one chest will pull 15,000. Let me get it right. One chest will pull you 15,000 charged nanoprobes. 2 chests will pull you 30. But I guarantee you, for me, it costs 100,000 charged nanoprobes to do 1 chest. 500,000 to do 2 chests. So yes, it doesn't do that. It's not level. It's like that. The difference between the 2 chests. And again, with active nanoprobes, the first one for me, I think, is 28,000. The 2 chests is 155,000. Yeah, pretty steep. But they are worth it. Now, when you get your charged nanoprobes, I guarantee you, you're not going to be able to buy everything in this store on one pull. My best recommendation for this, make sure you get those independent credits. That is the primary one that you need to go for. Above anything else, it's going to cost you 8,000 charged nanoprobes, but independent credits. Because trust me, it's not as easy to source independent credits as it is faction credits. So, like I said, those faction credits are just a little boost. But as well, you do have another little boost, which, depending on how you feel about it and how it works for you, is faction reputation as well. So you're going to get a primary faction, which in this one is Klingon, so it's going to be Klingon points, and then it's going to give you a minus on the other 2. But it's cheaper. It's only 5,750. But again, you can get one of these, and you can get the independent credits all on a 15,000 pull. Faction credits and independent credits. If you've got enough in the bank, you can do one of each day, or sadly, you've got to do a double pull. Yeah. So, but yeah. But it is worth it. I'm not going to lie, it is worth it. So, just that little boost. I mean, I keep claiming the faction ones for the faction I'm focusing on. I'm necessarily actually now going to stop that one as of tomorrow, because I'm obviously now got Klingon coming up as well, because I need to get the credits off them, and they are slowly building. But we're not going to worry about that. So next up then, so I've just done that, sorry for the tilt. Research, yes, research. So we need to go in base for this one. So now there are a couple of different areas where the research actually is. So let's start with the one I've already mentioned, and that is the one in the outlaw tree. And that is down here at the bottom, a simulated credit yield. Doing this one increases how much you actually get in the refinery of independent credits. Yeah. So as you can see, at the minute I stand at 40,000. The next one's 50,000, but it is going to cost me some materials. Yeah. So not worth me doing just right now. So there is that one. So that's the first one. Now, the next ones, I believe, are here. So let me have a quick gander across. There we go. Right here. Now, the main one you're going to be able to get that you can do through standard grinding is obviously Nanoprobe Hunter. This increases how many nanoprobes you get with each kill of the Borg probes. So it's like the skin refit, it's just a research. And it does stack with the skin research as well. So, yeah. So, say that I can go up against one of the 33s, it's going to drop me 3,000 inert nanoprobes, 50% bonus, 4,500 for that drop. Add the Infinitus on top of it as well, so it's 110. So you're looking at what? Well, I say 3,000, so you're looking around 6,020. So 6,200 probably, something like that. So not bad. Like I said, it does work. And then obviously you got 3 primes. Yay. So the most recent one to come out is the Prime Vidar cargo. It requires rare ore of G5. Yes, so even I'm not getting this one. This one to me is completely paywalled. So, and I'm not going to show you the in-app store because, yeah. But yeah, so it's completely paywalled at the minute. So any low levels dreaming of this one increasing your cargo size, forget it. Unless you're prepared to spend 100 quid or $100, whichever way you see it, you ain't going to get it. But it's cheap as peanuts. 2 million dilithium. That's not bad. Yes, for low level players, that's good. But when I've got standing on 1.2 billion, it's not bad. So it's better than most for G5. I'll tell you that much. But Prime Borg rewards, another paywall. This one's behind G4, and this one's Epic Gas, and it doubles the rewards for faction credits, reputation in the Borg Refinery, and better outcomes for your Latinum Antique Refinery. Woo! Again, paywalled for those who want to go for it. I can go for it. As you can see, I've got 78 epics. Next month, I'm going to be able to pull the treasury. So the chance that I'm going to be able to do that next month, based on the payouts of the treasury this month, is going to be roughly the same. Next month, when it comes to the G4 stuff, I'm going to be able to pull this. Yes. So, yeah. Double the credits. Also, there's this one as well. Again, stuck behind the G4 Crystal Epics this time, but it doubles the refinery for the active nanoprobes, which means basically my pull for, I forgot to even mention this, my pull per chest is 2,400. This will double it for me. And trust me, you do need millions of these just for the Borg officers. I'm not going to lie. Oh, it's definitely hundreds of thousands for definite. So, and I'm not on about the sweets. So you've got that research. Now, was there anything in the galaxy tree? Something's telling me there was something in the galaxy tree for this one. I know there was for the Franklin. Can't see anything. Special resistance, shield modifications. No. Right. So that's it. That's all the research that there is. So that's a bonus. So, right. So we've done the systems, we've done the refinery, we've done the research. Now, here's the big one. How do you crew your ship? Okay, so crewing. Yeah. So, let's have a look, shall we? Now, originally, when you start off, you ended up with a Borg crew. Now, as you can see, I have a Borg crew loadout. Now, the one thing is, I've got one officer out of place. And that's the captain. And I'll tell you why. Because the one I want is on an away mission, and I don't have enough speeders to recall him home to put him in. But he was one of the first officers that you actually got when we had the Borg, along with the 3 up there as well, and also 6 of 11. So we at least had a synergy crew. And basically, you put this officer as your captain because of his captain's ability. Mitigates 5% more damage to the shields instead of the hull. So basically, he's a baby Pike. A baby Pike. Pike mitigates 4%. Synergy him, he actually does 14%. But again, synergy this guy, and it really walks up. So I mean, if you look at it here, 35%. I mean, let's just try and put in. Oh, hello. I love it when this doesn't work properly. Right. So let's put her in command. So as a guess, then 10% either side. So that 5% straight up to 25% mitigation on shields. That is a lot. And that's what also helps when it comes to the Borg grinding. So yeah, so we had the Borg crew to begin with. And then we also had 8 and 9. Obviously their officer abilities were essential. And also 7's officer ability was essential as well. Increases the health of all officers. Woohoo! And then increases defense. And increases the attack. So there you go. So they were the officers that we originally ran with. Now, we soon clocked on that, yeah, you can use the Borg crew. Not bad. But then you can switch to your originals. And for this, we're going to have to go here because oh, there you go. They're on ship D. But PMC, that became a fantastic crew for those who ended up with Pike when you eventually got him. If not, you could use the cadet crew, but I guarantee you the Borg crew was better than the cadet crew. Or I don't know what TNG is like. I'm presuming they'll just literally copy and paste cadets. But PMC. Now, there was a slight hiccup because when you actually got to level 29 hostiles, you needed PMT. Yeah. PMT. Talon. Because of a kinetic weapon. Yes, the level 29s had some... it was something to do with the kinetic weapons. So, which Talon obviously sorted out. Now, when you get to level 33s, they ideally say PMC, Borg crew. I found PMT was actually better than PMC. But that's what I found. But as well, another Borg crew. Yes, I forgot to mention the other Borg crew. Before you all jump in the comment section down below. But again, she's on an away mission. 5 when she came in. She immediately kicked number 1 off the king spot and immediately paired up with 7 and 9 and became your Borg crew. Obviously, weaponry is irrelevant. 200% armor, dodge and shield deflection of the health of the officers on the ship. Now, put the synergy either side. It's, was it 400% either side if you do full synergy? That's a whopping 1,000%. And it became pretty damn good. So, if you ended up with 5, bang her in the captain's seat. She will actually carry you. And also, she'll increase the amount of loot you're going to get as well. So, better chance for you to increase how much you're going to get on your cargo bay. So, they were the crew. So, obviously, we had them. Now, as you can see, right at the bottom, my interceptor PvE. So, let's go over to him, shall we? So, we're going to clear that one. And then let's go this way because it'll be quicker. There we go. Now, let me do this because this was the new meta that came in most recently. Boom. That is going to, if you have them, if you don't worry, you can use one of the other loadouts. But that is the loadout you are going to want to use because you can fill your cargo bay and still walk home with hull. Even with PMT, I was getting destroyed after filling at least 2/3 of my cargo bay. 2/3 of my cargo bay to be destroyed compared to full cargo bay, 20% hull remaining. I'm having to warp my arse home. Yes. Now, best way to load this one out as well. Now, for lowering your load X, as I mentioned, the stats stop out at 350%. So with the stats, and I'll tell you what, we'll do this. So you obviously following where I am. I love being able to move the camera around a bit more, but these are the stats that you need to follow. Make sure all these are at 300%. If you've not got the slots available, don't worry. There are specific types of officers that can sort of help you on your way. If you've got him, well, hello, there he is. TOS Kirk, his stats are pretty much even. I mean, look at the difference between health being his lowest and defense being his attack. It's literally about 335 difference. That is it. So this is pretty much a level card. Obviously, yes, mine is tier 4, level 20. But even tier 1, his stats are still relatively equal. So there's one officer you can put on your ship when you get to level 5. So that will help you. There are also a couple of officers, and they're the kind, if you've not got many slots, they're the kind of officers you want to try and get your stats maxed out. Now, once you reach that 350%, what do you need? Well, let's have a look at Uhura, shall we? And I'm in the way again. Whee! Here we go. So there we go. Increases armor, shield, deflection, and dodge by 500% the total of attack when attacking battleships from an interceptor. Well, you're on an interceptor because you're on the Vidar. The Borg are battleships. Boom! So what do? It's simple. You take this attack stat. Once it's at 350%, once you've got 350% across the board, stack attack officers. Get this as high as possible. Yes, you can do it better from a tier 9 ship. No questions asked. I mean, what we got at the minute? I've got an officer missing. So let's have a look. I'll tell you what. Let's just bring him across. There you go. Boom. What more can I say? 350% on all stats, but yet my attack is higher, which is going to benefit Uhura against your Borg. I can't put it any simpler than that, literally. So, but these are your new meta. Now, ideally, these were meant for the 52 and above players because PMC and PMT become null and void. They stop at level 51. So these were meant to replace them because those G5 hostiles have captain's abilities. They're not the same as regular hostiles that we, or mere mortals, or free-to-play players have to deal with. So they have to deal with ships that can think and throw extra abilities at them. And that's what this PvE meta was for. Hence the reason the additional officers below me. But yeah. But they've also become a good swarm and Borg hunters. So, that's it. That's literally the Vidar. Now, like I said, she's an OPC hunter. So what would you put for an OPC hunter? Well, I'll tell you what. Can't fully show you. But there is one officer here available that I can show you. And that is 2 of 11. Put him as captain. Yeah? Synergy him with 4 of 11. The Borg Ston. Also put Ston on there as well. And then below deck, Lalan. Don't worry if you haven't got them. Ston is a fairly early card to get. Just use him if you have to. But doing that increases your cargo capacity. Like I said, putting the full loadout, I can go up to 845, 46,000, something like that. It's immense what I can go up to. That's the Vidar. She is a fantastic ship, and she's a must for anybody's fleet. No questions asked. Whether you're going to go out OPC hunt, or whether you're going to just simply go at the go out the Borg probes. She is a must-have ship. No questions asked. And she's not gonna fade. She's not gonna disappear. The only way she's gonna disappear is when it's up against the bigger ships that she can't handle. That's the only time. But you're gonna get into your mid-40s before that. Yeah. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. But anyway, this has been the Vidar. It's finally been released. I've been Admiral Pegasus. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next video.